Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Can you hear me pretty good?
Yeah, I can hear you pretty good.
Okay, that's good. I had to get out of my vehicle. I never worked this program, so bear with me.
Okay. Well, we won't be starting till 9:30, so you got plenty of time.
Okay. Mr. Doug. I got maybe about more minutes.
Good morning, Maurice.
Good morning, Liz. How are you today?
I'm okay. How about yourself?
I'm doing well.
Well, that's good to hear.
Enjoyed that great weather yesterday.
Oh, yeah, me too. It took me a while to get out, but I'm glad I did.
Yeah, me too. Went for a nice long walk. 59 degrees out. It was wonderful.
Yeah. I think it was a little bit colder up by me. We're right on the lake. It was a little
Oh, was
chilly.
it?
Yeah. I don't think it was quite that warm.
Oh, that's right. You have that lakefront property.
Right.
So short meeting today. What do we have? 3 cases left?
Right. But we never know if it's going to be short.
No Carol yet. Oh, there she is. Good morning, Carol.
Good morning, everybody. How's the recovery, Maurice?
Slow and steady.
That's good to hear.
Still wearing the sling, so still one-armed.
Well, you do all right for by us, I'll tell you, with one arm.
Well, it'll be fine if it was my dominant arm that was not in a sling, but
Yeah.
Good morning, everyone.
Liz, I have a question for Liz.
Yes. Good morning, Carol.
Good morning. Did you mail that budget printout for me yet? Because I didn't get it.
Oh, I tried to email it again. I didn't realize you didn't get it, so I'll send it.
Okay, babe,
Email.
thanks.
Okay. You're welcome.
Okay, you all stay at home, watch movies. Go ahead and watch.
No Miss Faith yet?
no, I did just get an email from her about something else, so I'm sure she's gonna be logging on here soon. Is that Lori Wagner?
Hello, sorry to be this guy that doesn't know how to use this technology, but I think I signed in correctly. This is John Ellis with Pinnacle Property, Lorraine.
There's Alana. Good
We
morning.
can, well, we can hear you, so that's good.
Hey, all right, 1 for 1, good.
Yep, and there's Alana.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
This is Rico Lynch, the leasee of the Lorraine property.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
9:30, I'm going to call the meeting to order.
Yeah, this is Lori. I'm here.
Okay, calling the Board of Zoning Appeals to order. Mrs. Kukla, read the preamble.
Thank you, Madam Chair. My name is Liz Kukla. I'm the Secretary of the Board of Zoning Appeals, and I will read the preamble this morning. In compliance with notification requirements of Ohio's open meeting law, under COVID-19 emergency declaration, notice of this meeting has been publicly posted. Please mute your phone or computer. All boards and commissions under the purview of the City Planning Department conducts its meetings according to Robert's Rules of Order. Actions during the meeting will be taken by voice vote. Abstentions from any vote due to a conflict of interest should be stated for the record prior to the taking of any vote. In order to ensure that everyone participating in the meeting have the opportunity to be heard, we ask that you use the raise hand feature before asking a question or making a comment. The raise hand feature can be found in the participants panel on the desktop and mobile version and activated by clicking the hand icon. Please wait for the chair or facilitator to recognize you and be sure to select unmute and announce yourself before you speak. When finished speaking, please lower your hand by clicking on the raised hand icon again and mute your microphone. We will also be utilizing the chat feature to communicate with participants. The chat feature can be activated by clicking the chat button located on the bottom of the WebEx screen. Next slide. All meeting activity is being recorded via the WebEx platform. These proceedings are also being live streamed via YouTube for public view. We have provided a link to the meeting for those who wish to speak on a particular case via our website and email. We have also received emails from those of you who have provided written comment on a particular matter. Back to you, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much. Please do a roll call.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Mr. Donovan,
Here.
Ms. Britt,
Here.
Ms. Faith,
Here.
Ms. Barnes will be absent today. Ms. Johnson.
Yes, I'm here.
Madam Chair, we have a quorum.
Thank you very much. Okay, we have a postponement for Scranton Road, which has previously been moved to March 8th. We have a postponement on 7902 Bessemer. Can we
You might have
schedule?
the Kenilworth listed. You'll have to just do that verbally.
Yes, Madam Chair, Bessemer is still looking for or still working on the revised drawings that were requested at the last hearing. So they are, I guess they're having some issues getting in touch with the contractor and getting those drawings done. Again, that's for 7902 Bessemer. That is, the owner is actually William McMillan, and he's proposing to change the use as a scrap metal yard. So if anybody is here for that Bessemer Avenue, that will not be heard this morning. And Madam Chair, would you like to give it an April 12th date?
Yes, that'll be perfect. Without objection?
Without objection.
Without objection.
And then, Madam Chair, as Mr. Rulon stated, the Kenilworth case, and let me read the calendar number. Calendar number 20-135 regarding 1415 Kenilworth Avenue. That's Kenilworth LLC. They were proposing to construct a 5-story apartment building. We saw them on January 25th, and if you remember, the board requested a parking study to be done. At this time, the parking study has not been completed, so they're asking for another postponement.
The fuck?
Well, let's give them a full month.
Okay, that would be April 12th as well. If you would like to bump it another week, that would be April 19th.
Right.
Yeah, give them, I don't want to have another postponement. Let's make it the 19th.
All right, sounds good. We'll do that.
Without objection, Barb?
Without objection.
Without objection.
Okay, so
Calendar 20-135 regarding Kenilworth Avenue is postponed to April 19th.
okay. We also had a postponement on calendar 21-015 on Scranton Road. Is that correct?
Yes, that one was the first one that we just announced.
Okay, and we have a withdrawal on 20-196 on 150th. Is that correct?
Yes, that is also correct.
Okay,
They are going to comply with the zoning code. They're going to resubmit to building and housing.
okay. Ms. Faith, go right ahead on the West 19th Street.
All right, thank you. Here we go. Calendar number 21-013 at 2097 West 19th Street. Samantha Wingers, owner, proposes to build a 915 square foot third floor addition to an existing single family residence in a B1 2-family residential district. The owner appeals for relief from the strict application of the Cleveland Codified Ordinances as stated in the agenda and the public record.
Thank you very much. Tim?
For everyone for this case, please raise your right hand. I'm going to read a statement. I'm looking for a response of I do with your name. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Your name? Anyone else? Anyone else? Appearing not, let's go to history.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, Madam Chair, did we hear if the owner was here? Who just signed in with us?
Is Samantha with us? Samantha Wingers, are you here?
I'm Chris Blue. I'm representing Samantha Wingers.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we have a letter, notarized letter for that?
Sir, we can't hear you. I see you shaking your head, yes.
Yes.
I
Yes.
believe I do. Yeah, sorry.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Madam Chair, I do have it here in my
Okay.
folder. Okay, so the history, Madam Chair, for this address, it was originally placed in a semi-industry district. In 1949, it was changed to multifamily. In the records room, I found, and this is the building and housing record room, found that in 1903, a permit was issued to erect a 2-story dwelling. In 1967, a permit was issued to erect a chain link fence. And then in 1975, a permit was issued to correct violations to a multifamily structure. We do have one variance on file, Madam Chair, in calendar 14-110. A variance was granted to erect a single-family residence conditionally, with the condition that the front setback. -135 regarding 1415. Sorry, Madam Chair, I'm getting some feedback. If somebody can mute their microphones.
Just mute your microphones. Herb Crowther. Okay, they're muted.
Thank you, Mr. Rowlands. Again, this was calendar number 14-110. Variance was granted conditionally to erect a new single-family residence. At that time, the condition was that the appellant would meet the front yard setback issue requested in that variance. And then we see, Madam Chair, later that year, the permit was issued to erect said single-family house, and that's all that I have.
Thank you very much. Ms. Wagner, the legal standard?
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the board. Appellant is requesting area variances from the maximum gross floor area and side street yard requirements of the zoning code. To obtain the area variances, appellant must prove that denying the request will create a practical difficulty not generally shared by other land or buildings in the same district, will deprive the appellant of substantial property rights, and the granting the variances will not be contrary to the purpose and intent of the zoning code.
Thank you very much. The gentleman, Chris, I don't have his last name, who's going to represent Samantha Wingers. Hello?
Yes, my last name is Blue, like the color, B-L-U-E.
Okay. Tell us exactly what she'd like to do.
Okay, we're going to be adding a third level to our home to add 2 bedrooms, a bathroom, and an office. All the other neighboring residences have 3 stories already, so we're just kind of matching that. We're matching the siding that's existing. Basically, everything's going to match for the third level.
How many people are living in this house?
Me, my wife, and my 2 kids, and we have 1 on the way.
Oh, God love you. Board questions? If not, I'd like to hear from the city of Cleveland. Maurice?
Matt Moss is here. Matt, did you want to make any comments?
Was he sworn in?
No,
Matt?
I have no comment.
You have no comment. Okay, yeah, Madam Chair, the city supports this project. We have no objections.
Okay. Board, any problems? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
Madam Chair, I have no comments or questions. I think this is pretty straightforward, and I move that we approve the variances for this.
Second. Call the roll.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Mr. Donovan?
Yes.
Ms. Britt?
Yes.
Ms. Vaith?
Yes.
Mrs. Johnson?
Yes.
Calendar 21-013 is granted. We will ratify it next week and we'll send you a letter.
Thank you all. Calendar 21-014 at 9508. Lorraine.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Calendar number 21-014 at 9508 Lorraine Avenue. Pinnacle Property owner proposes to establish a tattooing use in a C1 local business district. The owner appeals for relief from the strict application of the Cleveland Codified Ordinances as stated in the agenda and the public record.
Thank you very much. Tim, go right ahead.
Everyone for this case, please stand. I'm going to make a statement and looking for a response of I do with your name. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Name?
I do.
I need your names.
Elrico Lynn.
McMillan.
John Ellis,
Oh,
owner of Pinnacle Properties, Lorraine.
All right, anyone else?
I do Shelley McMillan.
Okay, anyone else?
I do Don Pettit.
Elrico Lynn.
What was the last one?
Elrico Lynn. The
Okay,
DC of the property.
okay, and anyone else?
okay.
Appears we have them all.
Okay. Thank you very much. History of the property, please, Mrs. Kukla.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The property was originally zoned general retail in 1929. In 2011, it was changed to the local retail business district. In the records room, I found a permit was issued in 1919 to erect a billboard. In 1914, a permit was issued for alterations in addition to a one-story building. There are no variances on file. And in the more recent history, I found that in 2001, there was a violation notice issued regarding erecting signage without variances. And then in last year in July, a certificate of occupancy was issued. stating that the use of the property is as 12 units and 4 stores. And that's all that I have.
Thank you very much. The owner of Pinnacle Property, please state your name for the record.
Madam Chair, we need the legal standard.
I need the legal standard.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Slow down.
Madam Chair, members of the board, appellant is requesting a use variance. To obtain the use variance, appellant must prove that denying the request will result in an unnecessary hardship particular to the property, such there will be no economically feasible use of the property without the variance, will deprive the appellant of substantial property rights, and the granting the variance will not be contrary to the purpose and intent of the zoning code.
Thank you, Ms. Wagner. I wasn't cutting you short. Okay, let's hear from the owner of Pinnacle Property.
Yes, this is the owner. My name is John Ellis, owner of the Pinnacle Properties Lorraine. We're requesting the variance for the use of a tattoo place. We have a hair salon next door, and we are the building is currently vacant, so we were hoping to get more businesses in, and this is one of the businesses that we chose as a quality, upstanding business that we would like to have in our place.
There would still be residences upstairs, is that right?
Correct. There are two. There are in this particular part of the building, there are 2 residents above, so it's two bedroom apartments above.
Okay. Is the party that is going to run the tattoo parlor, have they been sworn in?
Yes, ma'am.
Please state your name for me.
My name is Elrico Lynch.
Yes, Mr. Lynch. Tell us the hours of operation, days of the week, etc.
The hours will be 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Saturday.
I didn't hear the starting time, to be honest with you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
Get closer to the microphone.
Hold on. I have on headphones right now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, Madam Chair, he said 10 a.m. was his opening time.
6 a.m.?
10 a.m.
Oh, 10 a.m. Thank you. Thank you, Kelly.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, yes. Kelly helped. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And will you be on site? Are you going to also be one of the tattoo artists?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you have parking in the back?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Questions, board? Okay, but there were others that were sworn in. I'd like to hear from them. Hello.
Madam Chair, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Donald Pettit, Secretary of the Cleveland Landmarks Commission. I just realized this was on the calendar today. The commission has no objection to the use. I would like to point out to the board and to the applicant that this building is located in the Lorraine Station Historic District. So it's subject to Landmarks Commission review for any exterior changes. We'll need to see a sign if the tenant's going to put up a sign. My concern is that there's been a lot of renovation to this building over the past few years without any permits or review by the commission, and I just want the applicant to be aware that there's a process involved for any further changes to the building. Thank you.
Thank you, Donald. Was there somebody else also sworn in?
I believe a Shelley McMillan was sworn in.
Yes, that's me.
Okay, your comments, Shelley?
Not for that property. I am with 7902 Bessemer.
Well, that has been postponed.
Yeah, well, they told me to log on just to clarify it. And so I can log off if it's been postponed already.
You're all set.
Okay.
You're all set. Have a wonderful day.
Did you get the new date?
I did not yet.
April 12th.
April 12th?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much.
No, thank you.
We'll see you then.
All righty.
Okay. Are there any questions, board, about the tattoo parlor? Have we heard
Madam
from the
Chair.
councilwoman?
No, Madam Chair. No, we don't have anything from the councilwoman.
Or for the local development corporation? Nobody?
Nope, I don't believe so. I don't know who the council, that would be Detroit Shoreway, maybe? I haven't heard anything from them.
No, I don't think that's Detroit Shoreway. This is Lorraine. This would be, is this Metro?
Clark
Cadell?
This would either be Cadell or Westtown. I'm not sure where their jurisdiction.
Well, Cadell is now part of Detroit
That's
Shoreway.
part of Detroit Shoreway now.
Sorry, I can't raise my hand, but it is West. It's not Cadell. It's we had a
Metro West?
It's the Clark Fulton one. We're the first one in Clark Fulton.
Metro
Okay.
West.
City of Cleveland have any problems with this?
Madam Chair, being there has been no objections from any of the surrounding residents. We have not heard from the CDC. We have not heard from the councilman, so we do not object to this proposal.
Then I will entertain a motion.
Madam Chair, given that we have no objections, and the only comment that was made of any warning really was to the owner from Mr. Pettit from the landmarks that they need to make sure that they are compliant with any requests from the Landmarks Commission. With that in mind, I move that we go ahead and approve this. It seems pretty straightforward.
I second with a friendly amendment that the appellant did testify that the business hours are 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through.
Hi, sorry about it. I had a problem getting into the meeting.
Who is this?
Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, because I just heard one got postponed, and I'll bet in the beginning, which I missed, they may have listed all the ones that were postponed. Okay. Oh. Okay.
Which case are you calling in on?
Got it.
James, what case are you here for?
Yeah, no problem. Yeah. Hey, thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
He's on the phone. He's not even talking to us.
I think he's talking on the phone.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay, can you mute him, Maurice? Because
I can.
We're in the middle of a motion here.
He's muted.
Thank you.
So we have an amendment on the motion to note that the hours of operation are 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Saturday.
Yeah, second. We had a second and yeah. So we can call the roll now.
Right.
Ready for that, Madam Chair?
Yes.
Mr. Donovan?
Yes.
Ms. Spade?
Yes.
Ms. Britt?
Yes.
Ms. Johnson?
Yes.
Calendar 21-014 is granted. It'll be ratified next week, and we will send you a letter.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Okay, now we're going to do all of the Tremont Avenue ones, starting with 21-015, 016, 017, 018, and that's it.
That's it. Thank you, Madam Chair. Our bundle is calendar number 21-015, 21016, 21017, and 21018 at 2467 Tremont Avenue. indicated as A, B, C, and D. The Near West Reinvestment LLC owner proposes to construct an 1,820 square foot, 3-story single-family residence in a C1 multifamily residential district. The owner appeals for relief from the strict application of the Cleveland Codified Ordinances as stated in the agenda and the public record. And the square footage for 2017 or 017 and 018 is construct a 1,500 square foot, 3-story single family residence in a C1 multifamily. So we have two units at 1820 and 2 units at 1,500 square feet. That's it, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much.
Everyone for this case, please rise. No, never mind rising. Raise your right hand. I will give a statement looking for a responsive I do with your name. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
I do. Michael Horton.
I do. Byron Bonamici.
I do. Khalid Hawthorne.
Anyone else? Appearing none, we move to history.
Go ahead, Mrs. Kukla.
Thank you, Mr. Donovan and Madam Chair. There's been no change in the zoning since 1929. I didn't find any records on this address or on these addresses. There are no variances on file and nothing of note in the more recent history. That's all that I have.
Whoa, the legal standard will be judging this case.
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the board. Appellant is requesting area variances from the rear yard, distance, maximum gross floor area, driveway, and side yard encroachment requirements of the zoning code. To obtain the area variances, appellant must prove that denying the request will create a practical difficulty not generally shared by other land or buildings in the same district, will deprive the appellant of substantial property rights, and that granting the variances will not be contrary to the purpose and intent of the zoning code.
Very much. Maurice, do we have a site plan? Oh, that's what I wanted to see. Thank you.
What did you want to see? Do you want an aerial or a site plan?
Yeah, I want to see aerial. Well, thank you. I don't quite understand what is all this being torn down?
I think we can let Mr.
I can go.
Mr. Horton explain all this for you.
Go ahead, Michael.
Good morning, Madam Chair, members of the board. Michael Horton with Horton Pepper Architects, here at Byron Bonamici with Cleveland Bricks as well. We can start with this drawing here, and then, Madam Chair, we'll move back to that aerial to give you a better idea of what we're planning for on this property. We are proposing 4 new single-family homes along Tremont Avenue. As you can see, the site plan is the bottom right corner, and these 4 single-family homes sit in the rear of the parcel. There's an existing house that faces the street that you can see on your left. This side of the street on Tremont Avenue, it does have, I should say, maybe a history of having homes in the rear. You can see that there are underneath this site at the bottom. You can see an existing house that faces Tremont Avenue, and then there are existing houses in the back of the lot as well. So there are probably maybe 5 houses in a row. There's a house in the front and there's a house in the rear. So we're continuing that pattern of development on this site. If you wanted to go to that aerial again, I think it might help convey the intent of our site plan. So yes, Madam Chair, these buildings that are in the back that look as though the yellow line is hovering over top of them, those buildings have been demolished. There's a house that you cannot see because the trees are blocking it, but there's an existing house in the front that we're keeping. You can also see in the bottom right that white van. Right in front of that white van is an existing curb cut that takes you to that back development. Our goal for the project was to keep the existing house and renovate it, which is shown in one of the earlier images on the slide. Keep the existing tree that's on the tree lawn, and then take advantage of the existing curb cut. So we're not eliminating any more street parking spaces. And so that drove the kind of the site plan that we can go back to. If you want to move back to that slide that has the site plan on it. But essentially we have 4 single family houses. The 2 in the front that are on your left are about 1,800 square feet, and the 2 that are in the rear on the right are about 1,500 square feet. They have very compact footprints, each have 2-car garages, and they're all 3 stories with a gable roof. And then you can see the floor plans here, which we don't necessarily need to get too far into. And then we're also adding a single, the developer is adding a single car garage to the existing house. So we have one shared driveway that allows access to all these garages. And then we have green spaces facing the sidewalk that you can see on the left, directly adjacent to the existing house. And then we have a green space all the way in the rear at the bottom right of the site. And that can be for residents if they have a dog, or just some open space. But that's really the big idea with the site plan here. And then using a dedicated pedestrian path to assist in wayfinding, since we do have 2 residences where we can't actually see the front doors. So we have landscaped walkways, and we're going to have stamped concrete pedestrian paths on the site plan. And we can go into any other further drawings if anyone has any. There you can see the front elevations. So we have a 3-story gable roof single family homes with sort of a thinner element to allow access to a rooftop deck. And we have recessed entrances with raised porches to define the front entries.
How wide is the driveway?
The driveway off the street, it's 16 feet in width, but when you get areas where you have cars pulling out of the actual garages, it's 24 feet minimum.
In between the 2 houses?
In between the 2 houses.
24 feet? Okay.
So we wanted to leave enough room not only to allow cars to pull in and out of the garages, but also some spaces for snowplow zones, especially in February when it's not 50 degrees. And so we're being conscious of that too. Obviously, we've got a tight footprint here, so we wanted, that was important to make sure all of this fit.
This is not overkill, is it, for this size property?
I don't think so. Only because the parcels are so deep here along Tremont Avenue, and there is an existing pattern of development where we have, if you can look at the
yeah, I'm looking at it.
We have houses in the back there, and I think there's 4 in a row, and so I think it would be in other streets, but we typically don't have lots of this width or depth or this type of development pattern in other parts of the neighborhood. But we can.
Is there industrial on either side? To me, it almost looks like that, but what do I know? I'm looking at a very large garage to the right of this property.
Yeah, it does look like, I don't know how that building to the left there is being used currently. But other than that building that you see there, the majority is all residential, whether it's single or multifamily. And then once you get to once Tremont Avenue meets Jefferson, a little bit further to the north, there are some commercial uses along Jefferson, the library and the sandwich shop. But Tremont Avenue is, I would say, exclusively residential.
We had others who were sworn in. Mr. Bonamici?
Hi, Madam Chair. Yes, I'm just with Near West Development and Cleveland Bricks. This is our property. We're just trying to develop it as Michael Horton presented.
Do you have anything else to add?
I think he covered it pretty well. We reached out to the neighbors. We talked to them. The local block club voted to approve the project.
Madam Chair, we do have Khalid from Tremont West.
Yes, I want to hear from Khalid. Go ahead, Khalid.
Good morning, board. This is Khalid Hawthorne, Development Director with Tremont West. So this project is not finished. The community review process, the applicant is aware that they have a meeting scheduled for Thursday. I'm not quite sure. I guess they jumped the gun on the meeting date today, but we would like to finish that community review. Some of the same things that you brought up as far, Chairwoman Johnson, some of the same things that you brought up as far as the number of units and were brought up in the block club meeting. Yes, they did pass. It was like a 9-4 vote or something like that. And their previous, it's a lot going on here. And so we want to make sure we can get that fully reviewed before an ultimate decision is made.
Was there anybody else that I need to hear from that I didn't? No. Well, and does the board have any other questions besides me being a little cautious here? Tim, Faith, Kelly?
Councilman weighed in? Has the councilman weighed in?
I don't think so. I don't have anything from him.
Madam Chair, it does seem like a dense build out for the parcel. However, I don't know that it's unusual for Tremont, and it seems to me it has the 16-foot driveway and the 24 feet for parking court. Though if it hasn't completed the review process with the neighborhood, I think that is something that needs to be finalized before we make a decision.
Kelly?
I mean, I feel like we can make one and hold off ratification post review.
Yeah, okay. Tim, do you concur?
Is the project slated for review?
Thursday. According to Khalid.
Well, why don't we give it a temporary approval, awaiting the input from the block club?
It sounds like a plan to me. Julie, ready to make a motion then?
Madam Chair, I had one quick question about the one of the variances, which was the, I'm trying to look at which one it was, number 5, the one about the driveway, unobstructed driveway access. And I'm just wondering, do they need a shared access agreement for that portion as well as the main shared access drive that's on the, and it looks like Mr. Horton has his hand up.
Go ahead, Mr. Horton.
Yes, there will be access easements for all of these because there'll be multiple parcels. All the homeowners that have to use the driveway we'll have to enter into an agreement, an easement related to that.
Okay, and I imagine that it takes care of number 5, and I guess that's to Mr. Riccardi. Is that what that was cited for? Because there was no documentation on the plans about shared access back there? And Mr. Riccardi says yes. Okay, I just wanted to verify that.
Okay. I will
So,
entertain a
Madam-
motion. Go right ahead, Ms. Faith.
Madam Chair, thank you. With all that information in play, with the community meeting on Thursday, and it sounds like we've had questions answered from city planning, and with the discussion with the other board members, let's go ahead and we will approve the variances with the condition that the neighborhood review process on Thursday is approved, and we get some letter of verification from that before we ratify.
Second.
Call the roll.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Just out of curiosity, if the block club approval is not granted, would we want to bring them back? Should we put some details in that, how we would go forward with that information?
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
All right.
Love it.
Madam Chair. Mr. Donovan,
Yes.
Ms. Britt,
Yes.
Ms. Faith,
Yes.
Ms. Johnson.
Yes.
Calendar 21-015 through 21-018 are granted. They will be ratified once we receive that block club approval and letter, and then we will send you a letter.
Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Old business? I don't have a copy.
Oh, I sent it, sorry, Madam Chair, I thought I sent it with the resolution.
Oh, if you did, I didn't print it out. I'm sorry.
Yeah. We got it. So
Okay. I think
we still have a
Maurice
lot of
has it.
call-in losers. We still have a lot of call-in users, so maybe we should repeat the cases that are being postponed and withdrawn.
Good idea.
Yes, thank you. If you'd like, Madam Chair, I could read those.
Please.
21-019 regarding 3211 Scranton Road. Eric Lutzow listed as the owner. That has been moved to March 8th. Calendar 20-196 regarding 4161 West 150th Street was withdrawn. Calendar 20-194 regarding 7902 Bessemer Avenue, McMillan as the owner. That has been postponed to April 12th. And calendar 20-135 regarding 1415 Kenilworth Avenue has been postponed to April 19th because the appellants have not been able to complete that parking study yet. So again, that's April 19th. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Now on the old business, we'd like to ratify 1, 2, 6, and 7 without objection.
Without objection.
Without objection.
Okay, and we need a affirmation on Warren Road to erect that carriage house. The contractor's been unable to complete the work. Good old COVID-19.
Without objection.
Without objection.
Without objection.
Without objection.
Oh, Common Pleas Court.
Thank you,
So
Madam Chair. If you
I didn't
remember,
quite
this-
understand that one. Does that mean they dismissed, that the applicants, the appellants actually dismissed their case, or what happened there?
yeah, it's a little confusing to me too, but the legal document that I believe I sent as an attachment as well, and I got from Ms. Downey, it does, as I read it, it seems that the appellants have or dismissed their appeal request.
I guess Lori would be the right person to ask.
Yes, based on what I saw, it looks like they're abandoning. If I recall correctly, this was a variance that was denied and it was appealed to Common Pleas Court, but they have dismissed their appeal. Therefore, they're apparently abandoning their plan to put the use that they had requested at that location.
Yippee skippy doo.
This was on Triscuit Avenue, West
Yeah.
Park
Right.
neighborhood?
Yes,
Okay.
that's great.
Good.
There's nothing else?
No.
Everybody
Nothing else.
have a wonderful week.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
You too.
Thank you. Well, that was
Bye,
a
everyone.
record setting in a good way.
Yeah.
The shortest meeting ever.
Oh,
No,
No.
it's not.
It's not.
Maybe not.
cool.
No.
Maybe for the virtual it is, but
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
think for the virtual, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, thank you,
And-
thank you.
And it will come back to us, Maurice, so.
Yeah,
no.
this was going to be one of the longest meetings ever, and it turned into one of the
Right.
shortest meetings.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone. Have a
Bye,
good
everyone.
week.
Thank you. Good
And
seeing
yours.
you.